Wow.
I paid myself.
For our film, we spent about $200. Luckily, we pulled a lot of favors. A lot of my friends kind of have the gear, the expertise, and so, but we didn't pay anybody because of the fact that it was. No, they're going to get paid now, actually, with some of the money that we were able to generate. But they all came out in good faith as favors, and so they're amazing.
I did a lot of like budget maneuvering, I guess. I don't know if that's the right way to say it. Like I went to a lot of garage sales. The tub that that the girl is in my film, I went to the Eat, Pray, Love garage sale. After Eat, Pray, Love wrapped, they were like, "Hey, buy this tub that Julia Roberts walks past," and it was like $100. So I was like, "I'll take it." So, and then I also, there's like trees in that scene as well, which I also grabbed from another independent film that was like shutting down in New York. There's like a listserv type email that all the independent films or big budget films that are shooting in New York, when they wrap, they're like, "Hey, we're selling all our stuff." So, and then that is actually all takes place in my apartment. So the guy downstairs lives below me, wasn't really a big fan, but that's how I didn't, I shot in my apartment. I got like stuff from other people and a lot of favors. My DP is here, John Chen, he's in the back. Great job. And him and I have been good friends for a long time, so a lot of us do a lot of favors for each other, work on each other's films and stuff like that, so that's a way to save money.
I think the bottle was like $1.50, but for the most part, I didn't spend any money on this. But I think I did pay for beer that weekend, but that was it. I'll probably pay for them next weekend too.
For the films that we commissioned, they each got a little bit of money. It wasn't a lot though, so, and we just told them to go off and make a movie and bring it back to us. So. Do you guys want to add anything about the budgetary kind of issues you had to work with?
Can I tell them how much we got? Yeah. Okay, we got $1,500. I know, big money. I know. We actually didn't even use it. I mean, we didn't even need it.
Whoa.
No, the furniture store, favors. We literally went in there, and it's right by my house in Pasadena, and we're like, "Hey, do you like fish tacos?" And the guy was like, "Sure." So we bought him fish tacos for lunch, and he let us shoot in his store for free. We literally, the most money we spent was on graphics, like those signs at the very end, blowout sale on those banners and stuff. I think we paid a couple $100 to a friend of ours to do some graphic design for that and all the credits and some of the music. My friend Tim, who directed that and shot it, is like a commercial director, and he does everything in-house. So all the special effects, everything he did on his own. And he literally did that in like 2 days. He's incredible. And we shot that one day, me and Chris. We didn't pay ourselves. And then my friend Steven Yen, who's in that very first scene with Roscoe Mather, the first couple in that opening shot, he is in The Walking Dead, coming out now on AMC, so check out that show. I gave everybody a little bit money, but I mean, again, we did this all under probably $500, really. So I think you could do a lot of good things if you just ask people nicely.
I guess I didn't do too well. Yeah, I blew my money on, most of it was like insurance, because we were filming on a school. You had to have insurance, and then you had to have a guard. There were all these rules for filming on campus on a school. And then I spent the rest on food at Portos. And I had a crew working for free, and I know there's some out there, so like Ken and Jennifer and Ben, and I don't know who else is here. But I was fortunate to have such a great cast and crew. And actually, I don't know if you recognize the dancer. He was Philip Chabib. Or Philip Pac-Man Chabib, who was on So You Think You Can Dance. I didn't know him. I just asked, does anybody know a hip hop dancer? And then a friend of mine, she's like, "Oh, you should contact this guy, Philip Chabib." And I had no idea who he was. I thought she knew him. And so I just sent him an email, and I said, well, Celia told me that you're a hip-hop dancer and that you would like be able to do this. And he was like touring through Europe and stuff, and he's like, sure, I'll do it. And so I was like, thanks, Celia. And she's like, I don't actually know him. I'm like, oh, really? And then she's like, oh, and he was on So You Think You Can Dance. I'm like, what? Really? Wow. Because, I had no idea. And of course, he was, if you saw, he was phenomenal. And he choreographed all the numbers, of course. And he did it like the dance crew, the cast, they rehearsed like 2 days, and that was it. And they were just amazing. So I was lucky.
We did ask David to do one too, but he said he was the only one who said no.
Oh, snap! Getting dirty.
Thanks, Phil. Yeah, I was kind of chicken about it. I mean, I've never sort of aspired to direct. I tried to direct. I mean, I used to direct theater when I was younger, and then I just don't like having to show up all the time. So I don't want to do it.
Yeah, so he made it very clear that it was nothing against us, that he just was scared, and he sent me an email with the whole list of reasons why he can't direct. And they were convincing enough. But then he said he would be one of the jurors, so I think it all worked out.